What's up, guys? Welcome to Daily Dose of Reddit. This is your host, Zach, and today's subreddit is r/IDontWorkHereLady. This story's called, My Prayers Have Finally Been Answered. I'm not homeless, and he doesn't work here. I've watched a lot of YouTube videos describing people's encounters with the wide Karens of the world. It has given me plenty of time to prepare myself for when my time has finally come. Well, my friends, it has finally happened, and it was a wild one for sure. I apologize as this is on the app and it just happened, so I may not use the correct grammar. So I am me, Crazy Karen is a waste of space, brother is brother, manager is manager. A little backstory that plays heavily into this. I am remodeling my home, which was built in 1902. Every time I pull plaster off to get to the studs underneath, I get showered in rotting wood and insulation. You know, really black dust. Above my windows are old wasp nests, or so I thought. Well, I'm thoroughly covered in dust and I'm cleaning and tearing these old wasp nests out of the walls. Well, to my astonishment, there is about 30 wasps that come out at me since I'm attacking their home. So I quickly make a beeline out of my room, pun intended, and block the undersides of the doors with towels to prevent them from escaping into the rest of the house. I called my brother and he agrees to come over and help. He tells me to meet him at Wally World. It'll be about 15 minutes. Perfect. We'll go together, grab Raid, and whatever else we need to plug the holes that the wasps have entered through. I should have showered before I left, but I didn't. So I drive to Walmart and my brother tells me to meet him in the food section as he needed to get some mac and cheese for dinner tonight when he heads home. So I walk into Walmart completely covered from head to toe in dirt, torn up jeans, and my favorite Rocket Raccoon shirt that has seen much better days. I get a few strange looks from customers that see me and don't approve of my look. Like I honestly care, as I'm fighting a war with bugs that have swords for tails. I see my brother in the boxed dinner aisle and walk up to him. We start talking, asking how the rest of the remodel is going, while he's looking at all the quick food options. When all of a sudden, we hear the dreaded call of a wild Karen. At first it was, ahem, then a lower, ahem, followed by, excuse me. I should have started by saying my brother's choice of dress attire is only matched by my choice of not showering before going. He is wearing a navy blue top followed by black jeans. In entered Waste of Space. Are you gonna stop helping this homeless person and start helping a paying customer? My brother is not one for wasting his time with someone who isn't polite, so he blows her off. Again, Waste of Space starts with, excuse me, did you hear me? My brother is starting to get irritated, but not wanting to disrespect someone, says politely as he can, I'm sorry, but I don't work here. Waste of Space states, yes you do. I see you helping this homeless man. Now why don't you help an actual paying customer? I need blah blah item and I can't find it. Well, I, who at this point had it up to here with this lady, chime in, and I've been prepping what I would say after binge watching videos on YouTube. Thank you, Red Wheel. Listen here, I'm not homeless and he doesn't work here. I'm not sure which part of the education system has failed you. Critical thinking must not be something you're renowned for. But my brother already told you he doesn't work here. Now walk away before you waste any more of my time. My brother and I decide it's best to just go and grab what I need to grab and just leave. So we head over to where the insecticides live and start looking for ones that kill longer than just a spray. I pull my phone out to text my wife if we needed anything else, as I'm in where laundry detergent and dish soap lives. Lo and behold, and to my surprise, guess who shows up? It's Waste of Space. She spits on my phone and rips it from my hands. You probably stole this from the display cases. I'm going to get you arrested for shoplifting and you, pointing at my brother, and I am going to get you fired for not helping a customer and then assaulting me. Before I could cuss her out for being a complete and utter moron, she marches up to customer service. She cuts in front of what I assume to be a nice couple returning something that didn't work anymore. I want to speak to your manager. This employee was very rude and unhelpful, and he assaulted me. He would rather help this homeless man instead of a paying customer. I want to speak to him now. The customer service employee goes and flags down a manager who takes one look at my brother and I, then looks up to Waste of Space and asks what the problem is. This employee of yours is lazy and unhelpful, and when I asked for help, he told me to F off and then assaulted me. Pointing to my brother. He doesn't work here. Yes, he does. He was helping this homeless man find something to eat. No, he doesn't work here. So now you're lying to me. Also, I caught this homeless man stealing your merchandise. As she looks back with a victorious grin. I'll get to the bottom of this, ma'am. So the manager comes over to me and asks my side of the story. We explained to her that we were here to grab insecticides to take care of a big wasp problem. My brother explains he was in the food section seeing what cheap options he had for a quick dinner would be, and during that time, Waste of Space had approached us and was very rude. We then proceeded to tell her that we left her in the aisle to go to the insecticides, and she followed us and ripped my phone from my hand. You can even watch the security tapes to see we're telling the truth. Manager goes back to Waste of Space. I'll have to go watch the security tapes to find out what really happened. Just stay put and I'll be right back. You don't need to do that. I'm telling you, you should fire him and call the cops on that homeless man right now, or you'll lose my business forever. No, I need to watch the tapes before we can proceed further. That's not necessary. I didn't need my items anyways. She starts walking to the exit with my phone still in hand. I yelled at her, "You have my phone! If you don't return my property back to me, I'll have the manager call the cops on you!" She then proceeds to toss my phone into the trash and runs out the store. The manager asks me, "Would you like to call the cops?" I told him, "No, it's a dude, I don't care. I just want to grab my things and my phone and head home." She then proceeds, then proceeds to let me have my raid for free and my brother have his Kraft mac and cheese for free. Crazy people, crazy people. Yo, I don't have much to say other than that, you keep bringing the fight to them wasps. Fight that good fight. Alright, this story's called That's a Customer, I'm the Employee. Hi, so before I write this all down, this is my first time writing a story on IDontWorkHereLady, so if this is incorrect, please delete and I'll upload to the correct subreddit. I'll be back because working in this shop, I have many stories, but this one has been a highlight. So here's the cast list. There's me, customer, manager, head of shopping mall, schlong head. So I used to work in a store that sold lots of gadgets and gizmos for techie, geeky people, and I'll admit, before I was transferred and promoted, I enjoyed this store more, but that's another story. We had demo items, which we were to play with in the store to promote and sell them. These included toy drones, kinetic sand, mobile phone VR goggles, and my favorite, the crossbow. So one evening, I was working with my manager, and since it was quiet and an hour before closing, I had stocked up and decided to have a chat with a manager whilst playing with the crossbow and shooting sucker darts at a target, which was facing away from the store entrance. It was placed right next to the tills, but we didn't mind the darts. This was when a lad around the age of 18 to 20 comes in, and he seems like someone who would have fitted in well with us. And so I greeted him into the store, and he asked if he could have a go of the crossbow, to which I obliged because that's what it was there for, but obviously I had to supervise him in case he tried to do anything silly, but he didn't. Anyway, he was firing the darts, and I went around to the till area to collect the ones that both stuck to the dartboard and ones that fell on the floor. Just so it's clear, our tops are black with the store's name on it, and I usually wore a black long sleeve top underneath since I was body conscious about my arms, and the customer was wearing a long sleeve black top. This is the confusion. So the customer and I are chatting about some new games that have just come out, and as I go around to the tills to pick up the darts, I get on the floor to fish for one that's rolled underneath them, and I hear this conversation. "Give me that! This is promoting violence, and I've had many complaints." "Oh, okay, sorry." "Excuse me? What's the matter?" "I've told him before that I don't want to see this being used as it's a weapon." "Right, he doesn't work here, so I don't know if you've confused him with another employee. Also, I don't understand how a bit of plastic that shoots sucker darts is classed as a weapon." "I've seen him working in here plenty of times, and I've warned him on occasions to put this away as it promotes violence." So at this point, I'm flabbergasted at the sheer arrogance of this man, as he's supposed to be the owner of the shopping mall our shop is situated in. As I'm questioning him as to why a toy crossbow is promoting violence, my manager walks in to Schlonghead saying, "Because this looks like a weapon and fires projectiles, regardless of whether they're plastic. It's still promotion of violence and weaponry, and I don't want this in the mall." "Okay, then so what about the armed police that walk around here daily? Or the game shop that's currently promoting Call of Duty? Or even shop shops that sell films, games, and music relating to violence, wars, and weapons. Well, they're licensed to sell those products. You've harassed my staff many times now for petty reasons. You have just spoken rudely to a customer, and I will happily back him up when he makes a formal complaint about you. At this point, the schlonghead threw the crossbow onto a table and walked away. My manager just looked at me and the customer and said, "What a prick," which we both laughed at. I apologized to the customer about the situation, but he saw the funny side of it and was confused why schlonghead targeted us, to which manager and I shrugged. The customer bought a crossbow in Target, to which I knocked 10% off, and he left happy. Extra! Customer came in plenty more times, and we became friendly with each other and are still good friends to this day. He brought the situation up to me yesterday, which I said I had to post to IDontWorkHereLady. Alright! Thanks for taking the time to read my story. I love reading scenarios on this subreddit, and I honestly didn't think mine would be all that interesting. I have to say thank you to everyone who's recommended other subs this could be posted in. I'll check them out. Keep smiling, everyone. You heard it here first, folks. Don't buy toy guns or crossbows, as you will become a mass murderer. This story's called, Yes, This Is My Culture. English is not my mother language. Is it your father language? This happened to my cousin a couple of years ago, and since he has no interest in Reddit, he let me post it here. My family is from Chile, and my cousin could be considered light-skinned Latino. He went on a vacation or work trip to the USA with his group of friends who are also a traditional dance group. While they were in the USA, they were hired to dance in a few events. During one of these events, he realized that the type of soda he likes had run out, so he went with his dance outfit on to buy at a nearby store. Now, this type of costume is called a waspo elegante. I am assuming elegante. Is used to dance hueca. I don't know. And is very different from a Mexican charro. This happened in May, a few days before Cinco de Mayo. Cousin is cousin. Dumb Karen is dumb Karen. My cousin went to the supermarket, grabbed a soda bottle, and then he heard a loud voice. Excuse me, where are the— What the hell do you think you're doing? He turned around to see a white woman wearing sunglasses and clothes that were too small for her many meals ago. Don't play dumb. Who do you think you are to wear that outfit? Do you think Mexican culture is an ornament? Where is the manager of this store? How dare they use Mexican culture to earn money? I'm not sure what— You are not innocent either, agreeing to do such a disrespectful thing. Give me your name now. I'll report you and this store to corporate. I'm not— Oh, yes, you are. You'll do it now or you are fired. At this point, the woman's screams dragged a small crowd, while this Karen gave a speech on racism, cultural appropriation, Mexico, and politics. At this point, my cousin was already angry. He needed to get back on stage soon, so he just interrupted her and said in his broken English, "Shut up already! I'm not Mexican, I'm Chilean. Mexico is not the only country in Latin America, you— Chilean insult. Ignorant! This is my culture, and if you— More Chilean insult— are so racist that you can't tell the difference between one Latino culture from another, it's not my problem. Now get out of my way. I need to pay for my drink because I don't work here. And if you want to stop being so ignorant, go to that cultural center and pay to see our culture, which is where I do work." Then he left with even more Chilean insults. One would think that the part about not working here and talking about the cultural center would put some sense into her head, but no. She decided to double down on her stupidity. My cousin paid for the drink but was detained by security at the door because this Karen reported a man in a Mexican suit had attacked her, and now she demanded that they arrest him, his name, and him to be fired from his job. My cousin was running out of time to get back on stage, and security wanted to check the cameras before calling the police, to which this woman refused and just wanted my cousin to be arrested. The problem is that to check the cameras, they needed the manager of the store who had gone out to lunch recently. Fortunately, one of the witnesses was a Peruvian who recognized the characteristic insults of my country and gave testimony. My cousin received a gift card for the inconvenience, and the woman was banned from that supermarket since it was not the first time that she made a whole scene about the clothes of other buyers or politics. If it's really that big of a deal to you and you really aren't sure, you should probably ask what the clothing is. Don't make assumptions. It's really dangerous to make assumptions. Don't forget to like, subscribe, subscribe, and hit that bell to never miss an episode.